Alright, what is up guys? I'm here with another video for you. This one is on the Space Cadet. Uh, this one's a long time coming. It's been a while. However, I've tried making this video like at least like 8 times. I keep going on tangents, so I'm gonna get straight to the point. Now, the feed. Now the perks. The perks. The main perk you want to use is going to be this one from starting. Feedback loop is what I define as a critical perk. It is something that you cannot get rid of. The reason why is because the way you play the Space Cadet is mainly as a Space Cadet. You don't go into the space station for damage. As an Xbox player, I find that using the auto aim from the Space Cadet is a lot. I can do more damage in pretty much long range in the space station, which is pretty much the only time I find myself using it. And if I do play the Space Cadet in a long range scenario, I feel that I'm pretty much not playing the character to its strengths, which are mid range, especially taking advantage of that auto aim. So feedback loop will essentially double your damage output, and definitely making you able to kill pretty much every character pretty quick. And then that leaves you with leveling up, meaning you have 2 points left, and I either go health regeneration delay or health regeneration. For me, it's going to be a personal preference, and I like delay. If you are playing with a friend, you could go Titan's plating or rocket fueled and bullseye. Bullseye actually does a significant more damage to your laser, so it's definitely not a bad pickup. And with rocket fueled. So now that we got that first ones out of the way, and by the way, those perks you can get really early on. I think feedback loop you get out on apprentice or maybe the second star. So if you don't have feedback loop, probably just go health regen and health regeneration delay, and you'll pretty much never die, especially if you're switching in and out of the space station. So definitely recommend those two if you're just starting off. But once you get feedback loop, just put it on and then combine that with level up or health regeneration delay. So onto the real perks. I like to use this one: afterburners, feedback loop, and health regen delay. The reason why I use afterburners instead of assimilation is because assimilation doesn't increase the duration as long as, let's say, the citrus cactus does, like pulp powered. That increases your laser on the citrus by a lot. However, compared to the Space Cadet, it's actually not that much, or maybe it's bugged, but it feels like it only increases it by like 1 second. So it's really doesn't feel like I'm reaping a lot of benefit from putting on this 3-point perk. So afterburners is kind of a huge jump though compared to the normal speed. It's definitely very noticeable, and it helps me. I use Space Station, since like I was telling you guys, I use Space Station in only certain situations. However, when I do use it, afterburners helps me either get the kill or be able to run away. So especially since I have the higher health pool as the Space Station, afterburners being able to run quick and get that higher health pool from Space Station, I can pretty much get away clean in most situations. So afterburners, I put it on because I do benefit the most. Now you can go target acquired. However, afterburners being or crater maker being one of the highest damaging abilities, you'd probably see more benefit from putting on afterburners. And all the other perks are kind of unnecessary, especially critical blow or long shot. It's not that much of a difference. Feedback loop combined, mid-range is good enough for me, and I don't want to give up afterburners either. So it's kind of one of those things where, yeah, you could put on long shot, but you'd be giving up a lot more in terms of perks. So the other build is going to be, if I get rid of afterburners and I put on efficiency. This is going to be a personal preference. However, I don't find myself benefiting as much from efficiency as I do afterburners, and that's my whole thought process behind that. I run afterburners because it helps me secure a lot more kills on characters that I have a personal like a hard time killing as a space cadet, which is the acorn, or when it's in a tree form, and snapdragons. Pretty hard characters to kill, as well as citruses. However, Afterburner helps me secure those kills. And if I'm going efficiency, it only helps me with certain characters. But if I'm on a rampage, or maybe there's more, squishy characters like Nightcap, efficiency will definitely be, I'd be benefiting more from efficiency. So that's why I kind of interchange both of those. I definitely suggest trying them out, seeing which one works best for you. Now onto the gameplay portion. The way you want to play Space Cadet, it's mainly one of two things. It's going to be map knowledge, and as well as positioning. I say positioning because Space Cadet is one of the characters that can shoot around corners without putting herself in danger. With that being said, you have to know the map, know where to position yourself within the map to be able to benefit the most and be able to secure those kills. So, what do I mean by that? Well, if an enemy is coming close to you, you want to be able to use your map knowledge, as well as knowing positioning yourself near higher ledges, because this character is not a close range character. I think using the laser, it's a wind up. So is the gravity smash. It's not like instant kill kind of abilities. So they do have some time, and because of that, it's not a close range character. Even though close range you can do a ton of damage. But that's just not how the character is supposed to be played, in my personal, at least my personal opinion. But I feel like that's kind of an obvious opinion. So with that being said, you want to position yourself near ledges that require a double jump, because you do have one of the highest jumps in the game, or a triple jump, so you can get away from like chompers, or always have that kind of safety net of being able to escape from any bad situation. And ultimately, you want to be able to jump from high ground to high ground while being able to shoot at your target, and because you have that hover, you can get even farther distances. So just pretty much going from high ground to high ground. You're going to see that in the video that I show. I'm just going to be jumping to points that are at least other characters have a hard time getting. So to conclude, I recommend using one of those two perks and kind of just learning the map. And if you don't do well with Space Cadet early on, don't worry. It's more of a map knowledge issue, and as you get better, you're going to start to realize, hey, maybe I should put myself right here, put myself close to the sledge, so if a chomper comes to me, I can kind of run away. So I suggest just kind of taking your time with it, practicing with it. But in pretty much all in all, if you guys do poorly in the beginning, do not worry. It's definitely something that takes practice. So on to the third portion of the video. I want to point out that it is not a kill count, or not kill count, but kind of fancy kills. I want to focus more on the gameplay part, making sure I played properly, or positioning myself correctly and being where I needed to be. So with that being said, I want you guys to pay attention to how I position myself within the map, and how I use that positioning to kind of take advantage of other people's poor knowledge of the game, and as well as matchups. So I hope you guys liked the video, and if you guys wish to support me, or watch these videos live, the commentaries, feel free to stop by the Twitch channel, and I'll put the link in the description. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you. We're going to set up on this high ground. High ground with the cadet is pretty much where you want to be. There's nowhere else on the game that you want to be. And we're going to take off people that are in the high ground first, and then we're going to move down to the low ground. We're scared of the nightcap. Good thing for us, this gun actually tracks people that are invisible. As well as you can kind of look out for the movement. There they are. I can definitely see you there. Alright, so there's two acorns on the high ground here. We're definitely not going to push it. We're just going to stand across this side. And then they're gonna slowly move downwards, but when they do, we're gonna flank them with the space station here. We can pick up some kills. So, like, the matchup with the Cadet versus the Citrus is definitely not in the Cadet favor. But I do have Afterburner, so I'm gonna use that. Oh, and then he just actually flew up the map. There is that. I do see the catchers back there, but I'm not worried about him. Not what I'm trying to go after. Fortunately, I kind of with that. So we're gonna jump up here. Can't take them all on. Live to fight another day, pretty much. And come back with more abilities. So I don't know if the Citrus is gonna hopefully fall off the map again for me. So he's gonna try to go for the that's pretty unfortunate. Can't really do anything, so we're gonna back out there. Hopefully live to fight another day. Pretty much come back with new abilities. The matchup with against Citruses isn't good. You can't really do anything. The shield, especially with the way the targeting works for this, you can't auto target for yourself. Also, be able to shoot above and over the shield, but unfortunately, the way it targets is it goes straight into the shield. Alright, so Citrus is aiming at me too. I'm kind of scared. I mean the cactus. See if we can get a laser off. We did, but it was not on the cactus. So the way this matchup works is pretty easy. They can't really dodge much. Get on high ground, may force them to shoot up, which is to our benefit. Oh, this guy's aiming. He's missing everything I said. Don't mind. See if I can get closer to track it. Yeah, I thought so. There we go, there's that one. So we're gonna back it up a little bit here. I wanna get gooped. I wanna get sniped, so we're gonna back up even more. We're gonna come back rejuvenated, more HP. This guy doesn't like me. Alright, so let's go for this. Easy kill there. The way you also want to do is you want to play really aggressive against that Citrus. You want to be able to jump up and over the head and hopefully stop that regen from coming through. Okay, another kill. Kind of stolen, but alright. Dead. Let me pick up this acorn here. I like acorns. We walk past the sisters here. Hopefully we don't get stunned. So we're gonna turn into the thing here. And then run away. Gonna stay here for a little bit. Regen up. Beautiful. We're gonna want to take this out first. Acorn does bug. It does like 60 damage with that sap super sticky trap. That thing definitely hurts. Alright. Should have hit. See if we can connect this here. Did not lead far enough. Yeah, it's a good game overall. We kind of stayed on high ground there. Make sure we kept elevated above everyone else, because when in this game, when you're shooting up, you're at an even more disadvantage because the way your character moves backwards, extra slow. It's really hard to adjust your aim properly, especially if a person like Cadet with the double jump, jumping side to side, trying to dodge your bullets while shooting you. It's really hard to hit, especially if you're shooting up. So definitely, that's why we kind of want to stay on high ground, as well as having that laser to be able to pick off, all the key squishy targets. So pretty fast game, and I hope it kind of demonstrated the movement of Cadet. You kind of want to always stay in Cadet. The only time you want to go in Space Station is for the Annihilation or the Afterburners. Pretty much to run away or kind of play really aggressive against certain plants that are otherwise unable to be killed, like the acorn or the citrus. And there's a couple other ones in there that maybe certain situations, like the chomper, that's really good. But anyways, before that, I get into the next game. I hope this helped, and I hope you guys have a awesome day.